Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel on the college process. Once again, I'm Ed from Principia Prep, and today we're going to be discussing appealing early decision 1 and early decision 2 financial aid award letters. And before we begin, if you are new to the channel and are looking for additional college content, please hit the subscription button down below. It will notify you when new videos do come out, as well as if you do have any comments or questions on today's video, please leave your comments and questions down below in the comment section. I do answer all the questions you guys leave down below, as well as if you do enjoy today's video, please also leave us a like. It does help the channel. In addition to that, once again, we are running the James Russo Memorial Scholarship for this year's senior class of 21-22, trying to give away as much money as we can based on your likes, your views, and the comments you guys put here on the channel. So once again, if you want to be eligible for the James Russo Memorial Scholarship, very simple. In the description down below is the link to the video to explain how the whole process works for the James Russo Memorial Scholarship, as well as we also have in the description down below our organization's Venmo, as well as our buy us a coffee if you want to help support the channel to allow us to keep making these college videos for you guys. And all that being said, let's jump right into today's video, appealing early decision 1 and early decision 2 financial aid award letters. Now, when it comes to negotiating award letters, especially when you're looking at early decision 1 or early decision 2, as many of you may or may not know, when it comes to the early decision situation, you're binded. So you have to go if you're accepted to the college. That's the way early decision works. Now, obviously, early decision 1 and 2 provide a huge jump in the world of admissions when it comes to acceptance rate. So if you did do early decision 1 or early decision 2, obviously you have a better chance of getting in. Now, right off the bat, I'm going to tell you guys that doing an early decision appeal is not easy. It's a lot more difficult than if you did early action or regular. That being said, let's talk about how to look to do an appeal and which appeals work and which do not. Right off the bat is you guys will be getting, as long as you guys did the financial aid forms, the financial aid award letters. Like I mentioned in previous videos, there's 2 types of financial letters coming to you guys. You have the acceptance letter, which shows you guys you got any scholarship money. Then you have the second letter, which is the award letter, showing you both the scholarship money and the grant money. You cannot appeal until you have at least one of these 2 things. If you're appealing just a scholarship and you have the acceptance letter, you can move forward. If you're appealing the entire package, the award, that's what you want to do, the grants, the scholarships, and everything else they give you, then you need this, the financial aid award letter. Without this, you cannot appeal. So contact the school and make sure you're getting your award letter to see what they're giving you, because you can't appeal until you know what they've given you. Now, right off the bat, once you get accepted to early decision 1 or 2, you guys have typically about a month and a half, 2 months to basically be able to do a deposit. So they want deposits very quickly. A lot different from the regular and early action pools where you guys aren't asked to do a deposit until May 1st, in some cases even June 1st in some colleges, so a lot longer time frame. So early decision pool, you have to deposit typically within about a month and a half. That being said, let's jump right into how do we appeal, what do we need to do, and so on and so forth. Now, all of you guys are going to have basically 3 different steps in the process of appealing an early decision situation when it comes to financial assistance. Now, right off the bat, first thing you need to do is you need to contact the financial aid office and let them know you're looking to do a financial aid appeal and what forms they need from you. In many cases, they will already assign you guys a financial aid officer, and you can either talk to them directly over the phone, asking them what we need to do an appeal, or the administrative staff can also, while you're there on the phone with them, tell you what you need to be doing. Most of the time, they're going to ask you to do at least a verification form or at least a appeal form for special circumstances. And most of these schools will have different categories of appeals. Now, when you're doing the appeal, right off the bat, if there is a major change in your situation, it makes the appeal a lot easier, such as if you guys have a job loss or death in the family or huge medical bills or national disaster hit. Any of these things will allow you to do an appeal a lot easier, whether you're doing ED, early action, regular, etc. If you don't have that, within those forms they're going to send you, they're going to tell you guys what they will and will not accept as far as an appeal. Now, the second thing you need to do is you need to do the school's net price calculator. The reason you're doing the school's net price calculator is to figure out, is there any space here for us to do any appeal regardless of our situation. Now, to get to a net price calculator is very simple. The net price calculator, I'll show you here. You just go on to Google, you just type in any school's name. I'll just use Rutgers University since we're in the state of New Jersey here. Rutgers University net price calculator. And what you'll see is, after I do Rutgers University net price calculator, what will pop up on Google is the direct link to that school's net price calculator. Now, the reason you're doing the net price calculator, the second thing you're doing here, is to figure out, is there any space available for financial assistance? Because let's say the award letter comes in and says you guys can pay the entire cost of the college. Let's say the college costs $80,000. And you guys do the net price calculator based on your income and your assets and everything else, and shows you guys can pay $90,000. Well, guess what? There's no room here for financial assistance on the grant side. So if you're looking to appeal grants and you don't have a major change in income or assets or any special circumstance that happened, I mentioned before, death in the family, medical bills, anything that's affecting your income or assets in any way, they're not going to accept your appeal. It's just not going to happen. So I'll just tell you guys right now, just might as well let it go right now. They're not going to look at you guys if everything stayed the same and you guys can afford to pay the full amount. They're not going to help you out on the grant side. So let's say there is space there. Let's say the school once again costs $80,000, and the net price calculator says you can afford to pay $40,000, but that school only gave you, let's say, $10,000. That means you have $30,000 of financial aid space here to work with. I would be going back to them and appealing. Or if the net price calculator comes back and says you're supposed to be getting a $20,000 scholarship, but they only gave you a $10,000 scholarship. Another reason to look to appeal, because the net price calculator is the school's own calculation figuring out what they should provide you. So it's a good tool to utilize to kind of negotiate with, because it's their numbers. If their numbers are showing you should be getting more, I would definitely be appealing. And the third thing you need to figure out is, where do we fall in line in the categories? Are we appealing based on another school giving us more? Are we appealing based on the net price calculator saying we should be getting more? Or are we appealing based on a change in circumstances? Like I said before, job loss, bankruptcy, foreclosure, medical bills, death of a parent. Any of these one-time events, natural disasters, so on and so forth, any of these one-time events are reasons to appeal. So the third thing we're trying to figure out is, what is our path to appeal here? Now, if you're not sure, or if you fall into multiple categories, the best thing you can do is add as much detail to your appeals as possible. The more detail, the better. The more numbers, the better. So if you know the income changes, put that in. If you know the medical bill amounts, put those in. If you know if something happened, natural disaster, the house has got taken out, put that you've spent $400,000 on the house, or $500,000 on the house, and it's all gone. All the furniture, everything else we have to come back up with. All the stuff you think should be in there, put it in there. Even if you don't think it should be in there, put it in there. The more stuff you can have in there, the better, because you want to provide them as much opportunities and much ideas within your appeal to utilize to help you guys. And all that being said, once again, yes, you guys can appeal if you got accepted through early decision 1 or early decision 2. It doesn't matter. You can still appeal. It doesn't mean it's going to happen. It's not going to go through as far as the appeal being accepted, but you can always appeal. And all of that being said, if you guys do enjoy today's video, please leave us a like. It does help the channel as well as the scholarship fund. As well as if you have any comments or any questions, please leave them down below. I do answer all your comments and questions you guys leave on these videos. In addition, once again, the James Russo Memorial Scholarship we're running this year. In the description down below is a link to be eligible for that scholarship if you want scholarship funding for this year's senior class 21-22 school year. Very simple, just watch the video in description. As well as in the description down below is our Venmo link for the organization, as well as our buy us a coffee. If you want to provide, if you want to help us out supporting the channel, definitely appreciate that. Our buy us a coffee, once again, in the description down below. Definitely would appreciate it. Definitely does help the channel. And all that being said, on the screen is our contact information. If you guys need any help with the financial aid process or the admissions process in any way, please feel free to reach out. That's my cell phone number on the screen, so you can either call me or send me a text message. Text message is typically the fastest way to reach me, by the way, or even our organization on there is our email as well if you want to send us an email. And other than that, thank you for watching today's video. Once again, my name is Ed from Principia Prep.